Alright, viewers. I've been playing this game for a while. I haven't played it since Alpha. I really should have. It's a pretty fun game. Even more, quite stylistic. Or should I say, the developers made a bunch of stylistic choices to make the gameplay unique. Like, pretty much, you can run fast with pretty much every weapon. Even snipers and light machine guns. Although, yeah, this does kind of... Well, it's not exactly super fun if you're fighting, like, against the knife user. Even though it requires skill, the problem is it would require less skill than using your gun, because all you have to do is to just run at the enemy and then just do some strafing, and you can two-shot like everyone. Oh, and also no one can use teamwork in this game, even though it's actually pretty underrated. And as I put in the stream description, like, I actually tried streaming this game once, and I had fun playing it, but the problem is that I forgot to hit the go live button, and I didn't have auto start enabled in like the live control room, so yeah, I pretty much just did the stream for nothing. It's not like it mattered though, because no one watches the streams anyway until after I finish streaming. And also, wait. Oh, hold on, I gotta think what I was about to say. Oh, and the streams are like they are not even half an hour long usually. Maybe, like, they'll get to an hour long if I decide to play more. At least this game is optimized, so it works pretty well for it works pretty well, like, even when I'm streaming, which probably causes even more lag than recording, since streaming is basically recording, but a live audience is watching you. Maybe it'll get more laggy if I actually have viewers on my stream. I don't have a second monitor, so I can't look if anyone is even bothering to watch my stream. Oh, and I also should mention, like, the trendy game modes that this game decided to add. I don't think it was a great idea, because, well, basically, the first one I'm going to talk about is Gun Game. I'm not sure if developers aren't great at, dealing with, well, I'm not sure if they're just not great at how to make a gun game mode, but because the gun game in this game isn't great. It's pretty bad. I think it might be because it's hard to land headshots because of the way the characters are built. And also, melee is, like, really dominant because you can just run up to them. And weapons are actually significantly different to each other, so you're stuck with weapons you don't exactly know how to use, and then like and then you have to deal with melee frenzied players that can pretty much always get one kill and then get shot, but it doesn't matter because they're at least advancing up the ladder. And I don't think getting melee killed is a good getting melee killed deserves weapon downgrade in gun game, because it's pretty easy to get melee kills because this is pretty fast for a melee's fire rate. I think I meant to say that it's just melees in this game aren't great for gun game because... Oh, well... As I was saying, melees in this game aren't great for gun games because they fire pretty fast. How was that? No, a backstab. Yeah, I probably should start sticking with my team, but... yeah, survivability isn't great. Isn't very easy to get. There's the Riot Shield. But I should probably finish what I was saying about gun game. So... yeah, the problem isn't that the guns are different from each other, but like the extreme melees, which means if you have a gun that's even slightly different and you're just slightly not used to it, then you gotta deal with melee players hunting your rear end. I think that's pretty much the only problem with gun game. It's a massive flaw, but I think most of the other problems are kind of minor. So yeah, main problem with gun game, super fast melees, and also they're pretty dominant in regular gameplay too. I think melees should be I think melee should be, they should be, oh, come on. Melee should be, a last resort. If you're in a really intense firefight, you run out of ammo for both, your primary and secondary weapons, then you use the melee. But, yeah. I deserve to get killed then because I didn't look behind. Okay, maybe I didn't get deserved because it's pretty easy to just circle around and stab someone. I meant backstab someone. But, yeah, backstabs aren't unfair. The unfair part is the extreme melee speed you get. And I think... I'm not sure how much, if there's a melee speed bonus. One great thing about this game is that, like, every class can, like, move fast. Like, I think the Great Sword slows down players by 25%, and that's one of the slowest movement speed. Well, I meant it's one of the weapons that slow down your movement speed the most. I don't really know. I looked that up on the wiki. And some other weapons slow you down by 25%, 10%. But it's just that you're not going to find any weapons that significantly slow your movement speed down. Man, I have bad aim. And another, I don't think this is really exactly a super trendy game mode, but since this seems like this game just seems like it's a Call of Duty game, but really fast and parkour based. Maybe it's that it could be Counter-Strike, but with weirder proportions for the characters and terrain. But the randomizer game mode pretty much just get a new weapon whenever you die. That's kind of flawed too because uh, it's actually just because of the same reason for why gun game is for why gun game is not fun to play. Melee is too dominant. Even though the melee is randomized in this mode too. I'm not sure if gun game has randomized melees, but melees in general are just really strong in this game. And I should probably explain how randomizer works. Every time you die, you get a new set of weapons. This includes like throwables like grenades. Nice. And I think this makes the not used to your weapon thing kind of worse. Or you could just get absolute trash loadouts, like a bunch of slow firing weapons, and you can't fend off someone with SMG and some reliable backup weapons. But the good thing is that random melees means that melee frenzied players aren't going to have that much of an advantage because they're stuck with melees that they're not used to. But the thing is, most melees are pretty similar. So, yeah, you end up having to deal with a bunch of melee players running around and I think you end up having to deal with a bunch of melee players running around and you're not used to the weapon. Oh, let me rephrase what I tried to say. You end up having to deal with a bunch of melee players that have a melee weapon that's really similar to what they usually use, because melee weapons are pretty similar to each other in this game. Unless you count something like the greatsword and the knife, but that's kind of obvious why they wouldn't be super similar to each other. And you're stuck with some weapons you barely know. But the thing is, is that some players might not be stuck with weapons that they barely know. They might have the exact same loadout with like one different weapon. So this pretty much means they can dominate because they practice a lot on non-randomizer modes. Hold up. Let's see. Yeah, my mom's washing dishes in the background. Where is everyone? All right. Oh, darn it. Picked those two off. Sometimes this game acts like Phantom Forces in terms of hit registration. Even though they increase the hitboxes, so your character's hitbox is a lot bigger than what it actually seems. Which is kind of why I've been getting headshots when I definitely didn't deserve the headshots. Yeah, probably not worth its chase after that person. But darn it. Darn it. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, and sometimes you get hit in at the last moment, but their health bar doesn't show it when they kill you. And there's also this sort of amusing bug where you can still fire your weapon after you kill them, so you constantly get a bunch of headshots because your cursor is placed over the person's head, and you can just hold down and you get a bunch of the headshot sound into your ear. The headshot sound is pretty the headshot sound is pretty satisfying, so I'm not complaining. KDR 1.6, not bad. For some reason, my kill to death ratio is pretty good on this game, and even if assists are counted, it shouldn't go higher than 1.3. Like I think that's what's considered good for assists. Like that, I think that's what a good kill to death ratio is if assists are counted as kills. Yeah, I have the Prestige 5 person on my team. Time to follow that person. Lol. Oh, wait. I thought they just died. Sometimes I don't like the smoke particles in this game. Because they can't even see where my enemy is at. I remember I bought the ray gun because I noticed how broken its stats were. 40 damage at all ranges, but now its effective range has been reduced to 100. I think that kind of defeated how unique the ray gun was. I'd say nerf the damage, but keep the lack of damage fall off. Oh wait, that was my own teammate. Nice. Yeah, I think the Prestige 5 guy is killing everyone before me and my other teammates can get to them. And then we have the situations where we're separated from the Prestige 5 guy and we can't get help, and then we're screwed because the other team's ace player starts destroying our team with. And I think they also removed the distinction between super sprint and sprint, and just made sprint the super sprint, and they removed super sprint altogether. Interesting choice, I guess. But old sprint was pretty much just a brisk walk, and you could still fire while sprinting. And pretty much before, like, old sprint and without super sprint, the goal was to just sprint, slide, sprint, slide, sprint, slide. That was also known as bunny hopping or hopping. Yes, my team is actually stuck together for once. You know, they're probably not actually that good, and it's probably because we're destroying the other team. That's another one of my problems. Spawn camping is still pretty easy, and but sometimes like one of the teams spawns one of the other team's members spawns on you, and then you can't do anything to them because they have loads of spawn time. Maybe not loads of spawn time, it's just a few seconds, but that's if they have a pistol or a shotgun or an automatic weapon, yeah, that's a decent amount of time for them to deal lots of damage to you.
What are you using? Probably from VPN.
Hmm?
You using too much database?
Oh, probably.
Maybe you need to kill some channels.
I'm probably not gonna need. Do you mind having your voice on the internet?
It's okay, but I need to kill some channels.
Well,
Get on my VPN.
I can't close the channel. I can just stop the stream right now. I've been playing for a decent while.
Okay, you need to stop it.
So, yeah, apparently since my mom needs to work, I cannot, cannot stream. So, I guess I'll work on episode 5 of the World of Magic series. So, later, viewers.